The U.S. government admits that violence will continue in America. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rabbakah Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all sincerity and patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Biden tells voters violence will continue unless they vote for him. Now, this article was uploaded today on September the 1st, the year 2020. So, in a roundabout way, the U.S. government is telling you that this country is finished. Okay? Because first off, if you're in the know, and I'm especially talking to the hopeful members of the elect in the truth, if you are in the know, you would know that Biden is not fit to be president of the United States. And the reason why I say that is because, well, me and the brother Yasharon in the house, me and them was talking about it. And, it's not looking good for, okay? There has already been reports of him, having strokes, passing out, losing consciousness. And I'm talking about Joe Biden here. Now it's to a point to where the man cannot even be on stage for even 5 minutes. Because they're worried that he might collapse on stage. So he can't be on stage for a certain period of time giving speeches because he might collapse. So they're telling you that this man Biden is not going to be the president. Donald Trump is going to remain president. Lord's will, Donald Trump remains president. But from the looks of it, Donald Trump is going to remain president because Biden is not fit to be the president of the United States. And second of all, the votes of you people here in America don't matter because the presidents of the United States, they are not elected, they are selected. Who are they selected by? The so-called elites. Because the so-called elites, they're the ones who run the whole world. They're the ones who rule the whole world. And they're the ones who control which puppet, because that's basically what these presidents are. They're no more than puppets. They control which president they set in office. So, from how things are looking, they're going to purposely keep Trump in office under the guise of the majority of the votes went to Trump and not Biden. You see? Because at the end of the day, the U.S. government, they control the votes. And they control how many votes both candidates get. So the so-called elites is going to be like, more of the votes is going to go towards Trump than Biden. So I believe Trump is going to stay in office. And as a result, violence is going to continue in America and it's only going to get worse. So don't be surprised if you see civil wars and more race war acts here in America because we are nearing the end of the so-called white man's kingdom. His power structure. Joe Biden suggested, and by the way, the U.S. government, the so-called elites, through their U.S. government or through their governments, they control what these presidents, they control what the Republicans, the Democrats, the Congress, the Senate, they control what the president and these candidates say. So Joe Biden, he was told to say this by the U.S. government. So Joe Biden suggested that the violence plaguing American streets will continue unless voters elect him, which I don't believe he's going to be elected. Trump is going to be elected, so the violence will continue here in America, prompting some observers to view the comment as a threat. You see, does anyone believe there will be less violence in America if Donald Trump is reelected? Biden tweeted. You see, this whole candidate and presidential run is all smoke and mirrors. Okay, the votes of you people here in America don't count. It don't matter. Because your presidents are not elected based on your votes. Your presidents are selected by the U.S. government through the so-called elites. Or may I say, your presidents are chosen by the so-called elites through the U.S. government. Okay? And Donald Trump is not responsible for the violence here in America. The so-called elites are. Donald Trump is no more than a puppet, just like Barack Obama, just like Bill Clinton, just like George Bush, just like George W. Bush, just like Abraham Lincoln, just like George Washington, just like all of your presidents, John F. Kennedy. They were all nothing but puppets being controlled by the so-called elites through the U.S. government. So nothing's going to change, man. It don't matter who get in office. So Biden appeared to be using the threat of the mob to intimidate Americans into voting for him, just so they can be spared from violence, rioting, and looting for 4 years. And America, I don't believe America has 4 years. The way things are looking, America could be on its way out of here by next year, Lord's will. The former vice president appears to be crafting this narrative despite the fact every city that has seen major rioting is run by Democrats. Respondents expressed their opinion that Biden was in fact threatening the American people. So, that's all I'm going to read there. Once again, I'm going to have to bring this out. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the devices of you so-called white people, starting with the so-called elites on down. In which, when you look up this word devices, it goes back to the Greek word naima, which means evil purpose. There's an evil purpose behind these elections. As you can clearly see here, there's an evil purpose behind this agenda. Okay? And I believe Biden knows he's not going to be reelected. He knows that. He already knows who's going to win the election. But he's just throwing that out there because violence is going to continue in America. Okay? Oh, and by the way, I just got to put the icing on the cake there. Because he say violence shall continue in America, right? I think you brothers know what I am about to get. And if I don't find it there, then okay. So yeah, I was right. It is Revelation 18 and 21. And Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Revelation chapter 18, verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So this country is going to go down in violence. Why? Because this country has done nothing but violence, not only to itself, but to the whole planet. So Shalom is on to the next one. Shalom.